All right, we are. Jen, welcome to the show. And I am
Thank you
so
so much.
excited to have this conversation. One, I've never brought on somebody who has hired me to speak to come onto the podcast. So you're kind of like the event planner, but I love this event and I also love how this happened. So would you just share with everybody, like, who is Jen Hardy?
Oh my goodness, that is a question I ask everybody, and no one's ever asked me. I love it. Who is Jen Hardy? Well, I am a mom of seven who homeschools, married to the knight of my dreams, who's also my producer. I also have two media companies. We're founding a nonprofit. I put on an award show, and we are having our first major media event this spring. I just became a recording artist and I've put out a few singles and my album's coming out next week. And I think for today, that is all.
That's all. I didn't know that there were seven kids and
Seven.
that you were homeschooling them.
Oh, do you
Darn.
want to hear more about that? I can tell you, I have given birth to children in four different decades that span three generations.
Wow.
Yes,
Good for you.
yes, it is.
Look at you
There's not
like
many
doing
people
it
who,
all.
it's crazy. Yeah,
It-
I mean, five of them are adults. They live all over the world, literally, and then we have two at home that are starting in my footsteps and starting little YouTube channels, and I'm very excited about it because
Yeah, so YouTube is a big thing for you.
it
I
is a big
mean,
thing.
look at the awards that are in the background.
Yeah, and I didn't mention the podcast or the YouTube channel. They do are actually the center of everything. Really is YouTube. Yeah, I love it. I love YouTube. They've treated me very well, and so have my listeners and viewers and whatever, and it's been wonderful.
Yeah, maybe we'll have to have you back on the show to talk about solely YouTube.
We could do that. I will talk about it
Yeah.
all.
Yeah, there's a lot I'd love to know about YouTube. But I want to talk about this event that is happening in April down in Florida. And I think my first question is, what compelled you to host this kind of an event? Because this is very different from any conference that I have ever attended. And for anybody who's listening, like I've had the opportunity to be behind the scenes with Jen and hearing all the different ideas and the different people that she's asking to speak and what she is trying to create for the audience and the attendees is an experience that you'll you'll want to have again and again and again. I'm quite sure you're going to change the conference industry for content creators.
Well, it's amazing because just yesterday I asked Google Gemini, the AI, what are people looking for in a conference? And it was literally everything our conference is, and that made me very happy. So what gave me okay, first of all, I love presents. I love giving them. I like getting them, but I love giving them and I love treat pampering people. I love that. Okay, so you just have to know that's the foundation. I live on an island and during the summers we go to surf school with the kids, which means for 2 hours every day, Monday through Friday, I have to sit at the beach and suffer with the ocean. And, it's a great reset every single day when I do that. And I thought, I wish other creators could have this because it just seems like the world keeps getting faster and faster. We have to create more and more. And, we don't take that time. And so, but well, I wish I could do that. And then I realized I can. There's a Crown Plaza here and it has room for 300 people. But if we're going to bring people to a Crown Plaza on an island, it has to be all inclusive because another thing is I love other conferences. I love going. I was at the podcast show in London, 10,000 people. It was amazing. So many speakers. But I think there also needs to be the opposite of that, which is what I'm doing, which is one track. So the track of speakers that we've got, it is everyone who's speaking I know. I either know them personally. There's a few more people coming on that people that I know, but I'm hand picking. I didn't put out a call for speakers. And they are also going to be sitting at round tables during our 2 hour lunch for one of those hours with the attendees because there is no, what is that called with with the stand, with the red ropes? There's no ropes. There's no ropes between the
Yeah.
speakers and between the stars of the
Mhm.
show. Everybody is a star of the show. Everyone's a VIP. In fact, we've changed our ticket structure and we only have one ticket.
Very
Everyone gets
nice.
into everything. Right. There is a room that the speakers get to go into because it's like a green room of sorts, and they get that. But other than that, everything is for everybody.
Hmm.
And everything that we're doing is based on things I've seen on LinkedIn, I've heard in conversations, things like the hallway conversation. Everybody wants the hallway conversation. The
Mm,
whole conference could be a hallway conversation. So that's what we're going to do. We will have speakers, but realistically, you could learn a lot of the things you'd see from speakers on YouTube. And so we're not having the kind of things that people generally, how to start a podcast, how to do all of
right.
that. It's none of that because everyone's established. This is the most mixed bag of speakers. I think you can attest to this, that anyone has ever seen on a single stage. We have
Yeah.
everyone from a 19-year-old YouTuber who's been on YouTube for 10 years to the first reporter into the Watergate Hotel. And we have, I believe, every decade of ages in between there. And that was very purposeful because I want everybody to know that they're invited and included.
Yeah. Yeah.
And different ages have different perspectives. And I think, we've segregated our society. It's like high school. Every age group is like a class in high school, you know?
Mhm.
And if you're a freshman, you can't be talked to by the seniors. And we're just shredding all of those boundaries. And we're going to try something completely new.
So that everybody is learning from everybody.
Absolutely, which is another thing, is that it is the first conference that brings together podcasters, YouTubers, influencers, media companies, and we have some authors and journalists in there. And what we're going to do is we're going to have lanyards that are different colors for whichever thing you identify with most, because a lot of us do different things. And then we're changing it. Lori, I haven't told you yet. Friday
Oh.
night is no longer going to be the luau. It is
Oh.
going to be the beginning of the content quest. And what that is you get together with people, every team has to have someone with every color lanyard.
Oh,
So that it
okay.
mixes when you were in school, when you were in first grade and they'd count you off, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and you had to go in the
Yes.
group of ones. It's like
Yes.
that for grown-ups, so that you have to meet new people because everyone wants to, but they don't want to at the same time. So a podcaster and a YouTuber and a media company owner. And then some of them will be with sponsors because the sponsors want to get to know people, right? And people want to get to how are they going to, work for you or work with you or whatever. And they're going to be creating shorts or reels or whatever you want to call them. And everyone's going to leave content, every single person, whether you're a content creator or not, maybe you're a sponsor, you're going to leave with content for your product.
I
Everyone will leave
love
with that.
that. I
And
love it.
so,
This
and
is like learning and workshopping at the same
at the same
time.
time. Exactly. And then we have our local arts council is going to do the judging. And so when we have the over 50 creator awards on Saturday night, we will be giving awards for this contest, the Creator Quest contest, the same night. So no matter what age you are, if you're in the audience, there's something in it for you.
Oh, I love this. And I love that you're thinking of these new ways constantly, like, how am I going to make this better? How am I going to make this better? And all
I'm
these
trying to make
different
it better
ideas.
before we start. I don't
I
know.
know. I love this. And I just want to share with everybody that how I got asked to speak is I just happened to be on one of these Pod Labs. Podfest hosts these monthly talks, and Jen was doing one on women on confidence, camera confidence. And I was like, I'll jump on this. And I noticed that it was a small group of women, which I found very interesting because there's usually so many people that attend these. And you had offered a coffee chat. And I was like, I want to get to know this woman. And I get on a coffee chat with her. She starts telling me about, by the way, this event is called the Wave of Influence.
Yeah, we
And she's telling me all about this. And she's like, well, what do you do? And I tell her, oh, well, I help people like leverage speaking events to use as their best form of marketing. She's like, huh. I think you asked me a few more questions. And then you said, would you want to speak at this event? Which I tell people all the time, like the speaking world is really a relationship business, and you also have to get ready so that you are ready. So that when somebody does ask you those questions, like, what is it that you speak about? Then I went into like my event interview with you, like, tell me a little bit more. What kind of people are going to be in the audience? Like before I was able to say yes. But this is one event that I am so excited about.
Oh, me too.
Yeah.
I can't believe it's this year. It just seemed like so far away, and now it's,
It's rapidly approaching. Yes,
very rapidly
yes.
approaching.
Yeah. So who should be attending this?
Well, anybody who considers themselves in the media realm at all. So, podcasters,
Hmm.
YouTubers, influencers, if you deal with media, maybe if you
Hmm.
write books or our master of ceremonies runs a French magazine. She is going to be coming from, oh my goodness, the word is eluding me. Um, she's coming from France. Anyway, she's coming from France and she's going to do that. Um, and we've got somebody coming from Australia as well, a podcaster. And so we have people coming from all over the world. So wherever you are invited to come. We are not having the only people that really and I mean you can still come, people that are just starting out or haven't started a show yet, may be a little overwhelmed because we're jumping right in. We're jumping right in to pro level things. And
Yes.
yeah, but everybody. And if you want to meet somebody in the industry, we've got somebody from Meta coming. We've got a Peabody Award winner coming. We've got a Hall of Fame podcaster coming. We've got a few more people up my sleeve that are not released yet. And
Ooh,
it's just going to
secrets.
be, it's going to be a place to meet people.
And and I know that we've had a conversation about this, and you mentioned that the hotel can hold has like 300 rooms or something. So it's going to be really intimate.
Yes, we can only seat 300. And
Hmm.
so we're pushing to get 300 in there. But yeah, so
Hmm.
it's going to be tight. But that's what we wanted. We don't want more than 300 because I feel like
Hmm.
300 people, you can say hello to everybody. You can get to know a few of those people. But what we want to do is actually build a crew. We're calling it the crew because on a ship, your crew, that's your lifeline, right? Without a
Hmm.
secure crew. And so that's what we're going to do. And we're building an app that's going to last past the event. So when you make your connections with your crew, they can stay. They can stay no matter where in the world you live. You can still connect with those people. And so next year when you come back, you're all going to be best friends, and it's going to be amazing.
That's fantastic. When is this? Because I'm sure anybody who's listening to this is probably like, just tell me what the date is.
April 30th to May 3rd, 2026. That is rapidly approaching. And the other thing is, as we said, it's all inclusive, and people don't know that that does include the hotel. That's something very important. It is food, it is drinks, it is hotel, it is non-alcoholic drinks for the
Hmm.
entire stay. So Thursday at 4 to Sunday when you have a full sit-down breakfast, grab a couple water bottles on your way going out. We are offering those to you as you go. So that and the hotel will hold luggage if people want to do things on Sunday and go out and about. We have a special room just for that. So even though we're checking out at 11, you still have the whole day in town to do things.
And I have never attended a conference that was, here's the price, and it's your, because typically it's just, here's your conference fee. Now go over here and book your hotel. And oh, by the way, there's only like a couple of restaurants that are in this hotel for lunch and dinners. And it can get so chaotic. And like that adds up pretty quick, but you're doing something completely different. It's at an all-inclusive resort. So there's one price for your stay and for the conference
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
transportation from the airport.
And transportation. So to the local airport. So the
Yes.
and this is the other thing. So let's say you forget something and you need to go to the store, as we frequently do. There's a shuttle that will take you anywhere within 5 miles, which is incredible, and that's part of the hotel thing as well. And and parking is free for our guests if they decide to drive. We
I'll
really
be
are trying to
driving.
do everything. We're starting every day with
Hmm.
your choice, obviously. There's yoga on the beach, and we're ending every day with meditation. So we have the full, no matter where you are. We also are going to have a neurospicy room for any guests that may be neurospicy. If they have, we have a lot of people, ADD, autism, all the different things. And if you just need a place to be quiet and you don't have to go all the way to your room, we also are accommodating that. Trying to consider everything we can. And I'm
Yeah.
sure there will be one or two things we learned this year that we can make better next year. But we are trying to address all the things that we know of so that
Yeah.
people can.
Well, you can tell you've attended a lot of conferences through the years of you creating, being a content creator as well, that you are really handpicking like what you liked and creating the experience for your attendees very, very carefully.
And
I
I,
love the green room idea, by the way. Just be able to like interact with certain speakers and not feel like you can't go up to them and speak to them. You can actually go into a room and have a conversation with them, like almost like a mini mastermind.
exactly. And we're calling that room the wheelhouse. I'm very excited about this room. It now has a name. It now has people that are running it. And so we have a 2 hour lunch. It's grab and go lunch provided, but you can take it. You can go to the beach. You can go to your room, which is not what I would do, but you can. And then 1 hour of that, like I said, is going to be in the wheelhouse, and each speaker will have their own eight-seated table, a round table.
Hmm.
But when that's not happening, because we have one track, there is going to be our unconference in that room. And so let's say, Laurie-Ann, that you don't need to go to a speech on marketing for you have a team and they do all your marketing. You don't need that. Well, I do not want to have wasted your hour. And it's not that I think any of my speakers are a waste, by the way. But you can go into this room and there's a spinner and there will be somebody running the spinner and you get they're going to run this thing and it's going to be exactly about what the people in the audience need to hear, and whoever is the expert at that thing is going to lead on it for 15 minutes or 10 minutes and then they're going to move on. So that wheelhouse is going to be a powerhouse room for
Yeah.
knowledge for people to come.
Yeah. What a great idea. And geez, what else do you want to tell everybody about this event?
I don't, I think if you can at all attend anything, this would be the event that you're going to want to attend. I really think so. It is going to be incredible. You can come and literally leave your wallet in the safe when you get to the room and not pick it
Mhm.
up again until you check out, unless you want to support our sponsors, which I highly, highly recommend. But we do have some incredible sponsors.
Do you
The
want to
Crown,
share some of the
yes, so the Crown
sponsors?
itself is a sponsor. AppSumo is a sponsor. I love them.
Me
Um,
too.
yeah, so we've got women in podcasting that are a sponsor. Party House Media is a sponsor, but that's my company, of course. And then we've got a few others that we are in talks with. I'm very excited about two of them, and but I can't share it until we know. So
Hey, we have to have a few secrets.
we do have to have a few secrets. Oh, and we're
Yeah.
going to have some swag.
Mm.
It's gonna be nice swag. I'm excited about it.
Oh, I'm sure, no doubt.
No plastic bag.
Everything I know about this conference is classy. So no doubt this swag bag will be
Oh,
absolutely in alignment.
and the other thing is, if you have food allergies, we've taken care of that. If you have any
Oh,
kind of religious food situation, that's all taken care of. So
great.
you can just come and know that it's going to be okay.
Fantastic. And let's see. Anything else we want to tell people that we can think of?
Oh,
Besides the fact that the link is going to be down below, you definitely want to sign up. And I would love to see, like you're a listener of this podcast. I would love to meet you in person. I am going to be driving out from West Palm Beach. So I am looking forward to that because that's an easy drive. And Jen, you and I are going to have a great time for a few days and everybody else who is attending.
absolutely. And I was going to, sorry. The evenings, there is one more thing. In the evenings,
Ooh.
when I was at the last conference, I will not say what conference it was, but it's a lot of conferences. They very kindly put on parties. And you know what? Parties are great. People love parties. And for their conferences, they are perfect. But for our
Mhm.
conference, we're not going to have those kind of parties. We are going to have low-key music outside where people can sit and listen and have quiet conversations
Yeah.
in the evenings.
Oh, I love that.
Because from what I've heard, I mean, and when you go to the other conferences, you're going to rock out and absolutely love those. And I love them too at those times. But here, we're not going to have that. We're
I
just going to have,
love So one of the things that I love to do, which is why I absolutely adore in-person events, is because I love to have deep conversations with people, and I don't like to feel like I'm yelling and then losing my voice, especially if I happen to be on the speaking agenda the next day. I'm going to be protecting my voice. So this sounds like the event that you definitely want to get on your calendar. It's the end of April. Like right now it's February, so it's super easy to plan this out. Flights are inexpensive because it's after that vacation season. I'm speaking, from up here up north. You
And
know,
you'll be able to take a nice warm break. It will be
yes.
perfect, perfect weather to bring bathing suits and sit with your toes in the ocean. We will have some chairs and umbrellas set up for everybody so
Mhm.
they can just do that. And towels will be one of the things in the swag bags so that people don't have to, deal with flapping
Deal with
towels.
that.
Um, Although I'm sure the hotel has towels, but yeah,
Yeah.
it's just going to be a great time to come relax, get that downtime that you need, as well as create a bunch of content that you need and learn some things just in the conversations alone
Mm.
that you had no idea. Like when I talked to you, Laurie, when we just talked, you told me some things about speaking that I didn't know. And I knew that even my friend who got his Peabody Award would learn some things for you, which is why you had to speak. And you're the kind of people that are going to be there. Everybody's got something to share that I know that the world hasn't heard yet. And
Yeah.
that's why you want to be there. We're not doing recordings, we're not selling virtual tickets. It's one of those
Mm-mm.
things where you just have to experience it.
Yeah, because that's what it is. It's going to be an experience to be in the room with these people that you can literally walk up to and have conversations with, both the speakers and other attendees, to be able to learn from people who like this is the strategy that I've been using and it's been really successful. And for you, like for us to be able to implement that, because there's still another 8 months left of the year after you leave the conference to put this into action. And not to mention the friendships that you're going to make that you'll be able to pick up the phone, or pick up the phone, like send a text, send an email to somebody
Or
and
pick
just
up a
say,
phone.
hey, like, what was that you said again? Like, here's what I did. Just to be able to build those connections is priceless. It's one of my favorite things to do.
Me too. Me
Yeah.
too. And I never have enough space for that. There just doesn't seem to be enough space for that for me. But speaking of space, can I share one more thing that we're doing that's different?
Yes.
Okay. So our speakers, of which I cannot wait to hear yours, their speakers are going to speak for about 20 minutes, but they have a full hour. And so, as you know, they're going to speak, but then they have a choice. I'm giving my speakers free reign, A, on their topic, and B, on what they do with that hour. So they can have a Q&A, or they can have a workshop, they can have worksheets, they can do anything they want. But what I want is for every audience member to leave with an actionable plan for that speaker's idea, whatever that is, instead of just, you scribble those notes in a rush and you run up. And whenever I get home, I think I have all these notes. I'm not going to actually do anything, but I'll have the plan to do before I get home. We're going to have a
Hmm.
roadmap and it's going to be amazing. And as we're talking, I'm making plans for what that's actually going to look like
Yeah.
in the notebooks that we're going to hand out because we're going to have physical for
Of
people.
course you are.
Yeah. Um,
So I'm so excited that I'm a part of this. I can't wait for this. It's called the Wave of Influence, and what's the URL is?
waveofinfluence.com.
Waveofinfluence.com. That will be down below. And if you have any questions, you can reach out to me. I'm happy to answer those questions and get your tickets this month because they do go up by $100 in March and then another $100 in April. And I might just have to, if you do purchase a ticket and you're going, let me know because if there's enough people, I will have a little be in demand, little gathering.
That would be amazing.
Yeah, little podcast be in demand gathering. So that would be fun. Jen, thank you so much. Is there anything else that you want to like share?
No, I just want to say thank you for having me on. And to everybody listening, I hope you have a wonderful 2026. I'm very excited about this year. I think great things are going to happen to all of us.
Me too. I'm very excited about it as well. Thank you so much, Jen. And until next week, everyone, be in demand.
Love that.
Cancel. Wait a minute. Okay, this is my beginning of the podcast. Hey, today I'm bringing on an event planner, and she's actually a woman who has hired me for an event that is coming up. And this event I am so excited about, partially because of the way I got invited, but also because I've had a lot of behind the scenes conversations with the conference organizer. Her name is Jen Hardy, and we're going to talk all about this event that you are definitely going to want to attend. It's at the end of April, so there's plenty of time to plan your flights and I have never attended a conference that's like this, and it's an all-inclusive price. So you're not paying for your conference and then also your hotel and all of your meals. It's one price. So keep that in mind. And I hope to see you there. And if you do, the link will be down below that you can purchase a ticket. And if you do purchase a ticket, please reach out to me and let me know. If I have enough Be in Demand listeners, I am going to create an event sometime either during the event or before or on the last day. Because one, I want to meet you all, and why not like share some other speaking? Like we'll do like a mini training or something. So let's get on to the show. And here is Jen.